and I was really feeling like the glowy summer look, but never mind. Hi everyone, so for today's video I'm going to show you how I do my makeup on a daily basis. I've been enjoying a very natural and fresh makeup lately, so if you want to see how I achieve my everyday makeup, you can just keep on watching. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 3 times a week, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of my content. And that's it, let's get started with the makeup. So I already went out today, so I already applied a little bit of makeup. I'm just going to remove everything. So I've been really liking a very natural, not too much coverage, just something to even out my skin tone. And I've been enjoying very full brows with a very glowy skin. So that's pretty much what we're going to do today. And also yesterday was a very nice day. There was a lot of sun. So I decided to go on my balcony and read a book. And of course I had to get sunburned. Wear sunscreen, people. And I'm also red all over my face. So today I decided to prevent more sunburn, and I bought the Neutrogena Sheer Zinc sunscreen. It's an SPF 50, and I heard that this is a really nice sunscreen for sensitive skin. So I'm really excited to try this today. Alright, so I removed all the makeup. As you can see, I'm a little bit red on my nose. So I'm just going to try this one out. I'm just going to put just a little bit on my hands. Let's see. I'm just going to, this is pretty white. Okay, so the white cast does go away, but there's still a little bit of a cast. It feels a little bit thick, so I don't know how my concealer is going to apply on top. So on an everyday basis, I really like to just do concealer. I don't really like to apply any foundation because I still want the texture of my skin to come through. Usually I use the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. I really like this one because it's a really light texture and it has a lot of coverage. If you want something that's a little bit more budget friendly, I would say try the Essence Camouflage Concealer, because this one, I was really surprised by it. If you saw my first impression videos with Essence product, you probably saw that I compared this to my MAC Pro Longwear concealer. And also I just want to say I'm filming with natural light, so right now it's a really like sunny, cloudy day, so there's probably going to be a lot of light changes during this video, so I'm really sorry about that. But anyways, so I'm going to pop this concealer on. I just put it on areas that I know I need a little bit of coverage. So I get very red around my chin, around my nose. I also like to put some on my blemishes and just in the center of my forehead and also under my eye. And I'm also going to put some on my lid. And I'm just going to pat everything out. And I also like to take what's left on my brush and just put it a little bit on my cheeks because I tend to get a little bit of redness there. So I just want to cover it up a little bit. And I'm also going to put some on my nose because I'm a little bit sunburned. And also the reason why I don't really like to wear foundation on an everyday basis, just because I really like my skin to still have like skin texture. So for example, around my cheeks, I do have a little bit of discoloration, but I do like it to show through because it's natural. It's just going to make me look like I'm not even wearing any makeup. So this is pretty much the coverage I'm going to be getting. But next, I'm just going to set my face. I'm using the Rimmel Clarifying Powder in the shade 021 Transparent. And I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm going to set my whole face. Now this is going to give a little bit more coverage and it's also going to set that concealer in place. And I also take the powder and put it on my cheeks, and this is going to unify all of the skin tone. So it's going to make the concealer blend a little bit better with the rest of the skin that is bare. Next, I always like to use my Hourglass palette. So this is the Ghost Edit palette. It's a limited edition and I think you can still buy the individual shades. So for the bronzer, I'm using the bronzer Eternal Bronze Light. And I'm just going to take the Reels Technique blush brush. And with this, I'm just going to carve out my cheeks and my forehead. So that never really happened to me before, but the powdered bronzer is clinging on certain areas of my skin. I think it's because of the sunscreen, because it's a little bit more tacky in certain areas than others. So yeah, I would say just set everything with a powder before going into anything powder blush, powder bronzer. If you were wearing cream bronzer, I feel like it would blend very nicely into the sunscreen, but not really powders. And also a little trick that I learned to get a little bit more coverage on certain areas is to take a smaller compact fluffy brush, and I'm going to take my setting powder and I'm just going to put some on my blemishes. So we're just going to bake certain areas of the skin. Now this really changed my coverage game because it really makes a difference. So like you would bake under your eye to give more coverage and more brightness, you're just going to bake like your blemishes, and it's going to allow pigment to stick better. As you can see, I'm really putting a lot. I'm really being generous with this because we are going to remove the excess powder. And next, usually I like to take the same bronzer with a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to run this in my crease just to give a little bit more definition. And for blush, I've been just loving the Natasha Denona Diamond and Blush palette. So if you're interested in this palette, you should definitely grab it because it's amazing. It's a really nice blush and highlight palette, and right now it's on sale. So instead of being like $100, it's only like $40. So I'm going to use the powder blush. I've been using the powder blush more often because it's a really sheeny natural finish, and it also has a little bit of shimmer to it. All right, so next for highlight. Now this is my favorite category. I'm going to show you a very budget-friendly highlight, and I actually have two choices for you. So I have the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in the shade Be My Highlight, and the e.l.f. Baked Highlight in the shade Moonlight. Now both of these are gorgeous. They're amazing. They give the most natural sheeny highlight. Just because I want to test both out, I'm going to apply the e.l.f. one on one side of my face and the Essence one on the other side, just because I feel like they're extremely similar and I really want to compare them. So I'm going to start using the e.l.f. one. Look at this. This is just gorgeous. I'm going to put some on my temple, and I also like to, I don't know why I do this, but I like to do like put it all over my my brow, just because I can get my brow bone and my temples at the same time, so it's time efficient. And next I'm going to take the Essence one and we'll put it on the other side so we can compare. Okay, so first impressions, the Essence one is much more natural. So the e.l.f. one is a little bit more blinding, whereas the Essence one is a little bit more sheeny. Now, of course, you can build it up to the same intensity. Next, for the eyes, we did already apply some color in the crease. Sometimes maybe I would go with a pink shade. So I'm going to show you my everyday look, the look I've been doing pretty much every day of my life. And my go-to palette is the Jackie Aina and Anastasia palette. Now, this is gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this palette. You have pinks, you have purples, you have warm tones, cool tones. Like, you have everything you need in one palette. I've been taking the shade Supreme with a small packing brush, and I'm going to put this on my outer and inner corners. I'm going to do kind of a halo eye using this. And now it's really starting to rain, so I'm not really sure why the temperature is like this. Like this morning it was so nice and sunny, and now all of a sudden it's just starting to rain, and I was really feeling like the glowy summer look, but never mind. So I'm just going to take the big fluffy brush I applied the bronzer with. I'm just going to blend that pink shade a little bit more. And now that I'm happy with this, I'm going to be grabbing my second favorite shade in the palette, which is the shade Trust Issues. Now, this is amazing glitter shimmer, like golden shift with a little bit of green. I don't know how to explain this, but this is just gorgeous. And be careful, it has some fallout. So I'm just going to tap this with my finger in the center of my lid. So next, after applying the upper shadow on my lid, I just like to take a smaller blending brush. I'm just going to take that pink and run it on my lower lashes. So next for my brows, there's nothing really new. I'm just going to grab my usual Yves Rocher brow pencil in the shade Châtain 03. And I'm just going to comb my hairs up. And with my brows, I really just fill the areas that I need more like coverage. So for me, for example, it's in the front of my brow. So I like to do just one small line in the front. And then I just fill in my tail because I really don't have any hair there. Alright, and right when I have the shape that I want, I'm going to take a little bit of brow gel and I'm just going to comb it through my brows. I'm using a darker shade than my natural brows just because I want to give them a little bit of texture, a little bit more of dimension. So I'm just going to comb all of my hairs up. I've been liking the very fluffy look to my brows lately. And next I'm going to pop on some mascara. I've been using the Essence Volume Stylist mascara. I really like this one because it gives a lot of length and volume at the same time, and it's really fast to use. It does apply a lot of mascara at the same time, so I don't really have to build it up too much. Alright, so my mascara is done. I usually on an everyday basis, I don't really apply any mascara on my lower lashes. I just go in with a white liner just to make my eyes a little bit more awake and fresh. And just because I'm feeling a little bit extra, I'm going to take my Colourpop You're a Catch highlight. If you're looking for a blinding highlight, look no further. This one is your guy. It's super intense. I'm just going to put a little bit on the high points of my face because today is supposed to be a natural everyday look, and whenever I have highlights in my hand, I cannot know when to stop. And next I just like to take the same highlight I was using, and I'm just going to pop this in my inner corners and a little bit on my brow bone. And remember the bake we applied on our redness? Well, we have to take it off. It happened to me so often where I forget the bake I applied on my blemishes, and then I just spray my whole face and I forget that I had a lot of powder on my chin. I'm going to show you my holy grail everyday lipstick. Now this, I don't know if it exists anymore. It's the Patrick Starrr MAC lipstick, and I don't even know what shade it is because the tag went off. And also this, please tell me in the comments below if a lipstick goes in the washing machine, if it's still good. Because this lipstick went in the washing machine and it's almost empty. It's like my first lipstick that I ever finished. Wait, there's also another one. Now the second one is because of Tati's recommendation. So Tati, if you're watching, you're probably not, but if you're watching, thank you, girl, because this is amazing. Now this is the H&M lipstick. So this is the shade I'm in Shock. It's like a beautiful brown pink lipstick, and the texture is so nice because it's really creamy. And I'm almost out of it. Like this, they don't sell any H&M makeup in Canada, so I bought this in Amsterdam when I was traveling. And I should have bought more. Why didn't I buy more? Like, this is gorgeous. So if you know where I can buy this lipstick again, please let me know in the comments below because this is just gorgeous. I think I'm going to go with my H&M lipstick because I feel like this one is going to go well with the eyes. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's look. But for every day, I really want something fast, so I don't apply any foundation. Just a little bit of concealer, some powder, a good brow mascara, a little bit of color on my lid, and I feel like halo eyes are the best for my eye shape because they really open up my eyes. For the lips, I love a nude. a brown nude warm shade, and of course a good pop of highlight, a little bit of bronzer, and that's pretty much all I do. So if you enjoyed my everyday routine, you can leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos 3 days a week, and also you can follow me on Instagram because I do daily makeup looks, so I upload every day of the week, so 5 days a week, a new makeup look on my Instagram. So if you want to see more of my work, you can go and follow me on Instagram. And that's it for today's video, so I hope you liked it, and I'll see you in the next one.